Hiya. Hiya. Come on up to my box. Hey, everybody be nice to everyone. I'm just going over silly stuff. Nothing to do with any true crime gypsy stuff. Just life and funny stuff and whatever. Where anybody can talk about whatever they want. Wait,
There
what
we
happened to
go. Change it up. Change it up.
what
Hey,
happened? Yeah.
for a
You know
minute
what?
I was going to comment, hey, I can't hear you. And then I realized it's because I turned down the volume on my phone.
Yeah. It's nice to have a break because those calls are so crazy.
Yes, they are. They wear you out. They drain you, take your energy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
What's up?
now I have a question. Like I have like videos. Well, my friend posted some. If you guys are into either Charles Manson or like the places that took the different places that took place with the Alec Murdoch trial, my friend has videos uploaded on her TikTok. If you're interested to see them, they're pretty neat.
Lex
Uh,
said uppies.
what? Oh,
Lex said uppies.
yeah, they're really neat. She has like these little videos, and actually, I'm the one that when we were in Hilton Head, that I like oh my gosh, I was like, I don't know, like I was like a little like stalking fool finding all the locations that were involved, and we went to all of them. So her voice or her thing is my what is it called? My true crime obsession. So if you guys just want to follow and like see different videos and stuff, she's really great.
Okay. Lex is wanting up.
Oh, let her up. I see. I don't know how to. I don't.
I'm not a mod, so I can't let her up. I don't have mod powers.
Oh, I don't even know. Here, I'll give you them. I don't even know who has mod powers on my page.
Let me in, please. I
I'm a
promise I'll
boy.
behave. I'll behave, I promise.
Boy.
Yeah, but I just think I think it's neat to hear like different things, like different attractions, or just like off the beaten path things of where people live. Like just different weird stuff. But anyway, I have a video from, and I don't know if I would get in trouble for posting it, but it's a video from where Carly,
UX.
Kaylee, like where Kaylee was found to where the parents' house was. Like, can I get in trouble if I posted that?
I'm sorry, posted what? Say that one more time.
It's a video from where Kaylee was found to where Casey lived. Casey's parents lived.
As long as it doesn't like show, Kaylee and anything like that, as long as it's like not showing anything, not saying anything like not
Yeah.
TikTok safe, I think you should be fine.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think you'll be okay.
All right. Because I have two different videos. I have one. The first one we did. Oh my God, the dad was like working in the garage, and I was like, ah. So then we went back later. So just
That was
because
so sad.
I
I
know.
my little girl, my oldest daughter, she was a year older than Kaylee, and she knew when it hit time for Nancy Grace to come on, it was time to sit down and watch Nancy Grace.
Yeah.
And she couldn't say Nancy; she'd just say Grace, Grace. She knew, and she'd come up in my lap, and we'd watch Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what's crazy? I don't remember who said she would be 21 this month. My baby brother, who was a stillborn, would have been 21 this year too. He's the same age as her.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That's crazy to think about, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mine
my
turned
oldest
Well, you
is
know
a year
what?
younger than her.
They're playing together. They grew, they were playing together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There are. Mine turned 22 in July,
Aw.
and she still remembers it, and she'll send me stuff, and she'll say, "Mama, you remember this?" Yes, I do.
Yeah, it was sucky, watching that stuff. And when you have a kid that close in age to her, and like it made you want to kind of,
Yeah,
just
I
get a
mean,
hold of Casey and like
yeah. When
go
Casey
Oh,
was,
after.
it's on site. It's on site. I don't
yeah,
give a fuck. As soon
when
as I see
Casey
her,
was,
you better run, bitch.
when she was spotted up in Tennessee, not, but maybe an hour and a half from me. I don't live in Tennessee, but it was an hour and a half drive.
Right.
That was the first thing she sent me. Mama, look where she's at. And I was like, oh, girl. Oh.
I I have I have pictures from her Facebook.
Do you?
Yeah, like with one of her boyfriends.
I can't look at her face without getting enraged.
Right.
But I
It
mean,
hurts my soul.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mainly when you have a kid, like I said, close to that age, it makes you think that could be your kid.
How could you go out and party knowing your child was quote unquote missing
Right?
and go on the pole and sling shots and then go get a tattoo saying living your best life,
Yep.
beautiful life? How could you do that?
Right.
There's no way.
I
No
think she has
flipping
that
way.
same I don't know what it is, but she like reminds me of Gypsy. Like who can leave her
Yes,
child that long?
Well,
Like
Gypsy
They have
wanted to
no
be famous
empathy.
like Casey Anthony.
exactly.
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Hang on. What is it?
Hey,
Oh,
Crystal.
hang on. Hey, can I come down there?
If somebody wants to
Hey
come
guys,
up, let me know. I'll let them up. I thought I
what are
had
you guys
mods
doing?
in here, but I can
You
change.
can make me a mod if you want to.
I'll
Come
make
on,
Give
yeah.
me
me,
if you
I don't
want,
know
but
how to
you
make
don't have
you can
to.
give
mods.
me full powers. I'll
What
let
is
them.
that? Oh my God! Oh
If
my God!
you
I
if
just
you
read
click
it. That's so cool.
if you click on our names, there's gonna be the three
It's
little
the
dots
best
up in
thing
the corner, and then just
ever.
Oh,
give
okay.
God,
Crystal.
girl, it's the
Crystal.
best thing ever. Jason's. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute. My neighbor just got me a. Sorry, I thought I muted. My neighbor just got me a floor mat that says "Welcome to Crystal Lake, Friday the
Oh,
13th."
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's so cool.
wait a minute.
That's so cool. I'll show you a picture later. Sorry, I thought I was on mute when I did all that.
I'll,
She literally just dropped it off. It says, "Welcome to Crystal Lake," and it's a Friday the 13th map. It's
that's
the
awesome.
coolest thing ever. Sorry, I really thought I
You're
was on
so
mute.
silly. I love you.
I thought I was on
He
mute.
makes
I
me
swear I thought
giggle.
I hit mute.
I love Crystal.
Wait, I'm
I swear
trying to
I thought I was
figure
on
this out.
mute. Sorry, guys. I gotta send a pic. I'll send you a picture like of my new mat. It's the coolest thing in the
Okay.
whole fucking world. Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake with the Jason. And I'm Crystal, and I live on the lake. So go.
Is there a
Kramer.
Crystal Lake show coming out?
No, have you
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
never
there's
watched Friday
something
the
coming
13th?
on
coming out.
Peacock.
Lex,
On
Lex,
Peacock?
have you never watched Friday the 13th?
Yeah, of course I have. Who
And
the
like
fuck do
even
you think you're talking to, girl?
Yeah, who hasn't
okay,
seen Friday the 13th?
okay,
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Of course I have.
that's where the Crystal Lake. Kramer's really excited too. I gotta send you a picture later. Sorry, continue. I thought I was muted when I did all that.
I'm
Like
I
not.
fucking
my
love you.
me
I
and
love
my
you so
husband's
much. I thought she fell in the lake.
me and my husband's
Hey, she
bedroom is
has a couple of
literally
times
covered with the
actually.
horror themed stuff all over the
Oh
walls.
Yeah.
Wait, what? There is a Crystal Lake show coming out soon? Jesse, are
Yeah,
you
I
kidding
guess there
me?
is.
Wait,
Yeah, on
there
Peacock.
is?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I'm checking
Okay.
YT just to let everybody know. Evil Ghost is gonna be going live this evening. So
Ooh.
if you do not already subscribe to him over on Evil Ghosted on YT, I will put his @ in the comments. Make sure to go over because he's gonna go over Ryan's live.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Already subscribed.
I am his
Wow.
mod. It's my duty to let you all know. So let's see if Case is going. I don't know if Case has been busy with little man. So
I can't believe I lost my other account.
Which
I
one?
can't believe you
My
lost your other
original
account.
one. That's the whole reason why I was like, why?
Did they tell
I
you
had to
why?
make this one.
Can you get it back?
I tried logging in and it said I couldn't get into it, and I know the password because but it said something about it being logged in. Like I got an email saying it was logged in into another device that's a Samsung or whatever, and I don't have anything Samsung. I just have an iPhone.
Oh, I would tell them
Mm.
that.
Yeah,
Maybe your account got hacked.
yeah, probably.
Try to get it back.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I can't believe I got an age restriction. That was such bullshit.
Wonder why you got an age restriction. That's
Because
crazy.
that's all they can get on me, apparently.
Yeah, I got one too last night. I seen that too. That's what it
That
was.
was ridiculous.
I think it's a lot. I do think some of it though is AI,
Probably.
Yeah.
and I think they do it just so they get your identification.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Mainly if you're like monetized on here because they want to make sure
Yeah.
if
I
you
don't
got to fill out the stuff or whatever.
yeah. I'm ordering a I just ordered some kind of thing for that my Wi-Fi will work and my cable will work out in the camper because I'm gonna make that my bitch barn.
I love that.
And I'm gonna do like my arts and stuff out there because it's a lot bigger than we thought it was.
That'd
So
be cool.
yeah, it's like a little house.
No, I originally got in here to talk about Casey Anthony moved to my state briefly. Murfreesboro was like 20 minutes away from me, guys. She was
Oh
right
Gross.
wow.
here.
Nasty.
Right here. She was right by me.
Get the bug
I don't
spray.
think she is anymore. I don't think she
That's
is anymore, but
no, isn't she? Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I hope not. But for that brief period where she got with that married man, she moved to Murfreesboro. That's right
Oh,
down the
that's
road from
right.
me, guys.
She was with a black man though last night. The well when she was playing. Um.
When she moved to Tennessee, she moved because of a married man, and she took the married man in
Yeah.
as his wife, and he had two
Yeah.
grown children,
Oh
and he
no.
paid for her apartment and was seeing her on the side. Then the wife found out about it and divorced him.
Is that where she got in that bar fight? Have you guys ever seen that bar fight
No,
thing?
that bar fight was in West Palm Beach.
Oh, okay. That wasn't
That was
Yeah.
Tennessee.
years
Okay.
I
ago.
would have loved to see
Nope.
Okay.
I don't watch anything Casey Anthony because I just get mad.
Well, I
Well,
know the
no, I
Yeah, I
Tennessee
do
went.
man
too.
was
I
married because there was a big write up about it that
Yeah.
was posted.
I don't, about 4 or 5 years ago, whenever the Murdoch thing just happened, I went to where did I go? Oh, I went to Hilton Head with a friend with friends that I met through going to CrimeCon, and I went to go visit my aunt in Florida, and it just so happened that's when the Epstein show came out on Netflix, and we were watching that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go find the Epstein house, but they just tore it down. So then my cousin was like, "Oh, well, let's look where Casey Anthony used to live." So,
Hey
but they
guys,
tore
love all
that
you guys.
down.
I'm gonna go thank my neighbor for my cool Crystal Lake sign. I'll send you a picture, Lex, of it. It's
Okay,
so cool.
Crystal. Love you, girl.
Friday
Okay.
the
Love
13th. I
you.
gotta go thank them because they just
send
dropped it
me
off and
one
left,
too.
and I feel rude
Oh, that's
without
okay.
thanking.
Go.
All right, love you, girl.
All
So
right, I'll send you my pictures of it. It's so cool.
Okay,
I love
love
you guys.
you.
yeah. Hey, True Crime with Mo. So
Hey,
anyway,
Momo.
I drove by where she used to live, and they tore it down, the house, and they were building apartments. I have a picture of that. And then her business was actually in a condominium. So I don't think it was really a business. I think it was just something else. It was weird. Oh, he did live in Manchester, New Hampshire. Oh, wow. So,
She lived in Ohio at one point too.
yeah.
right after she got out. After a while, when she was living with the lawyer in Florida, after she got established for a little while, she moved to Ohio and then moved back to Florida in the earlier years.
Yeah, but I mean, at least she knew enough to like
She
stick
sort of
her.
stayed hidden away. She kept her life off of social media for a while.
Yeah,
And she did the right thing. She stayed hidden for a long time.
yeah. And honestly, if Gypsy did that, she wouldn't. I doubt people would have went after her so hard.
Right, I agree. Gypsy should have came out and been quiet
Yeah,
and not come out thinking she
right.
was all that in a bag of chips, because she's not. She's a little demon seed.
She's literally Satan.
Yes, she
Yes.
is.
Yeah,
And see, that's probably why Casey came out and stuff, or attempted to come out on TikTok, because she seen how Gypsy got so much followers and all that.
yeah. But at the same
Not
time,
probably not
Gypsy
more
was given
Bob.
that sob story.
Yeah.
Or she thought we would be too invested in Gypsy's story to even be like, care about Casey Anthony. Ha! Psych, bitch.
Right.
Psych.
She came on the TT and was hit real quick, and she deactivated, and she waited a while, and she came back, and she had what was it, 85,000 people who accepted her, but she came back with a different approach, which was advocacy for different
Yeah.
things. She wasn't coming back as Casey Anthony. She was coming back as an advocate.
She tried.
Exactly.
She tried. Access denied.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? I can tell you this. Okay, I will say this. I don't have any qualms with anybody that is on this side. The three people I have huge problems
Thank you,
with
cowboy.
are
Thank you,
Gypsy,
Cowboy.
Bree, and Sheena. Everyone else, I don't care. Like all those inner fights and everything. I'm not involved in that. I don't care. You know, like if someone did something to someone else, like I don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just like if it doesn't involve me,
Street
like
crime.
how can I be outraged? Because to me, I have different things to be outraged on, not TikTok drama.
Seriously.
You know, and I know that like people, it's just sad. It's just really sad. But I just
Save the
want,
drama for your mamas, y'all. I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
Now I will go.
right,
I'll go to battle for my friends. I don't have many people on here I call my friends, but I'll go to battle for them.
yeah,
Same.
exactly. But like people telling us who we should be outraged about and why this then no, like
I pick my battles, and my battles are for my friends.
exactly.
I don't care if you think I shouldn't be talking to somebody, and if I like that person, I'm going to talk to them. You're not going to tell me what to do. I'm 51 years
Exactly.
old.
The only thing I ask from moving forward is if I am defending you, don't make sure you're not doing any fuck shit behind the scenes that I don't know about, because I don't want to look like the jackass. That's the only thing I ask.
Exactly.
If I'm going to be defending you, I better be defending you on good reasons.
Oh, okay. My friend Christine's in here. Wait, I'm gonna invite her up. Hold on. Christine, I'm inviting you up as soon as I find you. This is my friend, like super good friend.
Exactly. Thanks.
I don't know how to get her up here. Christine, wait. Can somebody invite her?
I'm not a mod.
Who's not a mod? Wait.
I'm
hold
not.
on.
Let's see.
Thought
I'm
Christine.
following her now to see if I could send her a. Oh wait, I'm not a mod. I didn't think about that.
Lynnie hasn't. Do you have mods, Lynnie?
What?
Do you have
I'm
mods?
one.
Yeah,
I'm trying to find her.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
okay. Cece's the favorite, I see.
Oh no, I made like 3 people mods. I don't know what happened. I
You
thought
said
I
hi
did.
in the
I don't blame you.
comments.
Cece's my favorite, so. But don't tell. Besides running acts.
Oh,
Wait,
I
let
see.
me
She's
get
gonna
her.
hear this, and she's gonna be all, "What the fuck?"
Wait, I
Running
invited
acts is my lover.
There she is. There
Okay,
she is.
Christine, I was telling them about your about your TikTok.
Oh, yes. I
This
just
is my
started my
friend Christine.
TikTok.
I met her through.
So
Wait, hold on.
I'm working with my producer right now to do some more TikTok videos. So, yeah.
This is my friend. I met her at Crime Con, and she is like the wealth of information, like anything.
Following.
What Habolka? What's her name?
Carla Homolka.
Yes,
Paul Bernardo. Yeah, they from Ontario. Yeah.
she went to all the crime scenes. She's very into Manson. I think that's like that one and the
Oh,
Gilgo
Dr.
murder.
Yeah, Gilgo, Dr. Jeffrey McDonald, Fatal Vision. So, yeah. Can they hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah.
you guys hear her?
Yeah, we hear.
I can hear her.
Yeah.
So,
So she's like she has a podcast, and it's called
my true
oh my
crime
god,
obsession.
yeah, my true crime obsession, and she's funny. She's good.
I
Like
try to be. Not giving
she's
up my
like,
day job.
and she's a teacher, but she's not into the gypsy thing like I am. So
No. I have certain crimes that I know
Hey,
more
that's
about than
okay.
others.
That's totally
yeah,
okay. Gypsy's not for everybody.
Yeah,
and
no, not my cup of tea.
no, yeah, because she thinks I'm funny. Like she's just like But anyway, she's the one that when we went to Hilton Head, and then we like
Yeah, we
did
went
a
to Moselle. I'm actually doing a montage right now. I'm filming something right now from our time in Moselle and the boat crash with Mallory Beach. And I'm doing a taping next Thursday with my producer, and then I hope to get it up and running on TikTok, because I have the
good.
pictures, but I don't have live video. So
Yeah,
I'm going to
we
do a
went
live video with the pictures and then post it on TikTok.
like
So.
we went everywhere. When I tell you, we went to everyone's. We went to the cemeteries, to the grave sites, to the boat accident, to the bar where we almost got thrown out of, to
Well, that was
the
my fault. We walk into the bar and I go up to the bartender and I'm like, oh, so I guess you guys have really seen a rise in popularity since, the nefarious boat crash. And they're like, that had nothing to do with us. And then I get back to Hilton Head. I'm talking to a friend who lives in Hilton Head and knows that area of Beaufort. And she's like, Christine, describe the bartender. So I described the bartender. She's like, honey, that wasn't the bartender. That was the owner that you spoke with. And I'm like, oh, okay.
yeah,
So they weren't too happy about my question about, their
yeah.
rise in popularity due to all the stuff that transpired. But,
But yeah, we went to the school. We talked
yeah,
to neighbors. We
yeah, it was
did,
pretty
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, and it was like before everyone else did it. Like
I'll
so,
say this, though. So I went down there. My brother lives in Hilton Head. We took a side trip, obviously, to Hampton. And I had my New York license plate on my car, and if you've ever been in that area of South Carolina, I mean, it's really antiquated. Like you feel like you've gone back like 50 years in time. Like, I mean, it's a modern town, but it's not a modern town. Like, I mean, they have a Piggly Wiggly, and everything else is Murdoch. Boat rentals, Murdoch this, Murdoch that, and it's just a very old type of town. And if you're not from that area, and obviously I wasn't because of my New York license plate, like they know you're an outsider. And as we're going around town, like they're like, yeah, we know why you're here. Don't even bother explaining. So, because this was in 2022, about a year after the murders happened, and a couple of days after he actually got indicted. So it was big in town. It was big in the news, the national news, and as we're telling people that we're going to Hampton and doing this like Murdoch murder tour, we got 3 different reactions, like from people over in Hilton Head. They're like, "Oh my God, take us with you. We want to go with you. We really like that." Another was like, "Okay, you're a bit crazy," and then the third reaction that I got was, "All right, well, while you're down there, just watch your back." Because that's a family you don't want to mess with. And it kind of sent shivers down my spine. I'm like, well, how much power and clout do they really have? They're like, listen, you just don't want to advertise while you're there. They're like, you just want to watch your back and be careful of the questions that you ask and who you approach. So it was right, Lynn. I mean, that's
yeah,
kind of
it
the,
was,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then here's me running around. I'll take one for the team.
Oh my God, it was crazy. Yeah.
Like we even got a picture. Where was it? Of where the boat launch was. The actual boat launch where
Oh, yes. So obviously the Murdochs own a lot of different properties down in Hampton, and one of the houses that they own is a river house, and it's down a private road. You can only get to a certain point, and then it turns into a dirt path, and they have private property signs and trespassing signs all over the place. So as we're trying to get down there, we only got to that certain point, and we were right in front of a house, and there was a woman outside, and she was gardening, and she spoke with us, and she's like, please come in my backyard, come hang out on my deck, and you get a really good shot of the river house from my back patio. So we're like, okay. And we got some really good, pictures and a view of the Murdoch River House, which is where the boat launched out of. Yeah. So
in fact it was the lady that found. Remember, she said, "Oh yeah," and then they put up these cameras at the end of the driveway, and it was like right in
yes.
front of her house. Like we
Yeah.
spoke to her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
and my understanding is, Lynnie, that it's going to go back to trial next April. So if I'm around, I am definitely making my way back down there and hopefully get into the court for for the second trial. So
Yeah. I thought you would have been down at Luigi's or whatever.
yeah, no, I
I could've
never
went
made
to
it
that
down
one.
there, and now he's pleading guilty. And
Has Murda's retrial started yet?
April, I think it's going to start
April.
early April of 2027.
Okay.
So yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. Oh, what about when I made you drive down that dirt road with all the trailers, and you guys are all like, "Lynn," and I'm like, "I'm getting out. I'm taking one for the team so I could get a picture." So I could get a picture of the exact, like, right where the boat launch was, like how the houses were set up, because it was like a little bungalow town. It was like a little bungalow, like
Yeah.
little bungalows. It was different than what we thought it would be.
Yep. Yep. It was more like if you've ever been in Florida, like the Everglades, and they set up camps. It's kind of like the houses are there on like the riverbanks and stuff like that, and in like a marshy area. And yeah, it's all rivers out there, but it was very interesting, being down there. So
I'm trying to talk Christine into doing these lives where she can like talk about them.
yeah, I'm going to get to that. I'm working on it, Lynn. I'm working on it.
She just retired from being a school teacher, so she was so busy with that. In fact, she's the one. Oh my gosh, this is my friend that I said that you remember I was telling them how you were in that poker game, and
Yeah, so
Casey was in there.
I belong to a poker group up here in New York, but it's part of a national group. So there's different, like, I guess sectors along the United States. They each have their own little poker clubs. There's one from Florida, one from California, one based in Pennsylvania, one based in New York, one based, out in Chicago, and so they function out of bars. It's called bar poker. So I'm in the New York faction, and they had a national tournament that took place in Florida. And so I participated in that poker tournament. And then one of my friends is like, Christine, you know that Casey Anthony's in this room, right? I said, what? She's like, oh, yeah, she belongs to the Florida Poker League. I said, you got to be freaking kidding me. But like the people in her poker league were very protective of her. So you couldn't get near her and you couldn't like question her or anything. But it was pretty crazy. But when we were down in Florida for CrimeCon, Lynnie and I, we were near Orlando, so we actually stopped. We drove by Casey Anthony's home, and her father, can't remember her father's first name, he was standing out in the driveway. I mean, we didn't stop and talk or anything. We just drove right by. But I was struck by how close where Kaylee Anthony's body was found, to the house. I mean, it was literally right around the block. So sad.
Yeah, that was really sad. Yeah. But yeah, Christine's my partner in crime at CrimeCon.
Have any of you ever been to True Crime? I'm sorry, CrimeCon?
No, I would like to go though.
Yeah,
I
I haven't gone
friends
either.
that are planning on going. hopefully.
Yeah.
But
I want to go to CrimeCon so bad.
I
Yeah,
want to
it's
go
it's a
so
great
too, but
experience.
I have a good time every year except for this year. This year wasn't very good, but that's
Well,
my
in
own fault.
Vegas, yeah, Vegas is not a good place to host crime con. It's just too crowded and too expensive. But I will say this. I mean,
Well, no, I was upset because my
yeah,
clothing got lost.
yeah. But with regards to crime con, I mean, it's such an amazing community of people who really, are just genuinely good-hearted people who
Hmm.
truly care about each other, and you're actually really, you're listening to people who are on the front lines. You have people at CrimeCon who represent every facet of law enforcement. I mean, you have forensic scientists, you have investigative genetic genealogy companies there that like Orthram, that did the testing on the DNA on the knife sheath that Brian Koberger had left behind at the Idaho house. I mean, you've got the people who are actually, the ones you see on TV, these famous cases. You've got the actual investigators sitting in that room, and people like, oh, can you get dressed up for CrimeCon? I'm like, no, you can't
Nope.
get dressed up because you're sitting in an audience among people who are victims of true crime or
Hmm.
they've
It's
lost
not
loved
Comic
ones.
Con.
yeah, or a horror con. That's
Yeah.
probably up
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
Open
HorrorCon
A
or
plus.
Comic Con. That you can dress up for that stuff, but not
yeah.
like
Yeah, no,
Comic
not
Con.
this. It's total
No.
respect.
People don't
Yeah.
get it. Like, I mean, it's great in a way because a lot of these cases have kind of hit a wall where investigators are just, it's gone cold, and they're asking for the public's help, and sometimes it's great to have a fresh set of eyes looking at the evidence and really looking at it from a different perspective. So that's, if you bet, I'm sure all of you are true crime enthusiasts, you've probably seen Don't Fuck with Cats. So we got to meet,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mooney Bodeman. Her name is
Yeah.
Deanna Thompson, but
Yeah, I
you know
talked to her this year a
yeah,
lot.
I mean, she was someone who watched, crime shows and then saw this thing on YouTube, and she and a couple of other people got together and solved the crime. I mean, it was amazing. So, yeah.
And Ortham is the one that found Brian, or they're the ones that crossed Brian Kohlberger's DNA, right?
Yeah, so I
What
mean,
What do you
I don't
think
know how
about that?
familiar everyone is on the case. I've read a book, but I've also, Kristen Middleman is the CEO, Chief Operating Officer of, she and her husband David Middleman own Orthram, and she gave a
They are
presentation.
amazing people. Like
Yeah,
they are so like you can walk up to them like they are so approachable. Like
yes.
they are amazing people.
And they gave a presentation at the CrimeCon 2025, which was in Denver in September, early September, September 6th, 2025. And she's on stage with one of the kids that passed away, the boy that passed away,
What's his
Ethan Chapin.
yeah, his mother.
So Ethan Chapin's mother, yes, she presented there, and she was amazing, Stacy Chapin, and she presented with Kristen Middleman, and they really went through the timeline of when Brian Koberger was identified, and a lot of people criticized the Idaho Bureau of Investigation and even the Moscow police, for not, I guess being transparent with the public or holding back information, or they thought the investigation was going south, kind of like the Nancy Guthrie case, but it was anything but. I mean, these investigators were on top of it from day one, and they just didn't release a lot of information to the public because they were trying to make a case to arrest Brian Koberger. But the murders happened on, I guess, the early morning hours of Sunday, November 13th, 2022. And Orthram got the DNA right before Thanksgiving weekend. And the people that work for Orthram, they're so selfless and so dedicated. They decided to stay in the laboratories and work all throughout Thanksgiving weekend. And by that Monday after Thanksgiving, and it was like the end of November, they had Brian Koberger as their suspect, but it wasn't announced publicly because now they had to gather other evidence and his cell phone evidence and his tracking and his movements and his car and everything else. But it took about a month. I guess the end of December is when they finally arrested him because they had him. They had so much evidence on him. But I have to give kudos and really honor that police department, because they really did their homework and they were really on top of that investigation from day one. And having Orthram help them identify that DNA within 2 weeks of the murders was just amazing. So
Yeah. And I like how Christine met what was her first name? The mother.
Oh, Stacy Chapin, yeah.
Yeah, she met Stacy and she couldn't tell Stacy that they were working on her case.
Yeah. So
Like they met at Crime Con and at a special event that's just for like victims' families. And the way that Stacy told this story was like you were sitting there, and like how like their lives intertwined. Like the way that Stacy told it, and like how
Kristen
it
told.
Kristen, yeah, it was just it gave you chills that like they were both, they were that Stacy was, they were
Well, yeah, like I mean, Kristen
their
Middleton
loss.
was the CEO of Orthram, and she was contacted by the. I mean, you connect the dots. She was,
Yeah.
contacted by the Idaho, Bureau of Investigation, and said, we have this DNA and it has to be tested, and we hope that you will give it your highest priority. And that's the only information they got. They
Yeah.
didn't know, obviously they didn't know where the DNA came from. They didn't know what case it was. But
No.
they obviously connected the dots and realized, well, this was the biggest case in Idaho at the time, so they figured it probably was related to the Idaho murders. But they couldn't contact the families. They couldn't.
Yeah. And
They
then when
had to
they
test the
then
DNA
when
and
they
give it
met
back to investigators. So
yeah, but then when they met at Crime Con, she couldn't say anything because they were still investigating the case.
yeah.
And she goes, they're going to get him or something. Remember she said that?
Yeah.
And the woman had no idea like who she was. Like she knew that this Ethan's mother had no idea how important this woman was going to be with catching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the yeah. And if you go to Crime Con, you definitely need to take it. Yeah,
And here's the thing with CrimeCon too. Like, I mean, Ethan Chapin's mom had showed up to CrimeCon. She did not present, but she was sitting in the audience at CrimeCon 2023 when Joseph Scott Morgan did a presentation on the Idaho murders. She didn't want to be there because
she came in late too, didn't
she
she?
came in late, but she was also a little, upset that these people are presenting on their children's case and they don't even know their children. And she gets up at the end, as because they do question and answer period, and she got up at the end and got to the microphone and said, I am Ethan's mother and Ethan was my child. And it was really emotional. Like there was like not a dry eye in the house.
No.
Because she's like, you don't know these kids. I knew these kids. These were 4 good kids. And before you go judging and making assumptions, she's like, these were good kids and they didn't mean any harm. And then, our families have been destroyed and now it's plastered all over the TV. And we did not ask for this publicity and we did not ask for this. But, they're like, please just say a prayer. And she had everyone crying. But
And
then
then
she decided that, okay, CrimeCon's not so bad, because she had a negative attitude about CrimeCon,
Well, that was
thinking that they were
because
exploiting her child and these other victims.
But don't forget, she walked in and she didn't hear all the wonderful things that Joseph Scott originally said about the kids.
Yeah.
So she didn't know. She just thought this man who she knew nothing about, who's one of the sweetest, like he's an amazing person, and he does like he always speaks very highly of the victims and tells about their family. Like but she didn't know that, and she walked in just thinking, oh well, here's this guy giving a presentation about our family, and he doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
And
but she finally got on board and realized that there's some good things about CrimeCon, and and I think what I found very interesting last year when I watched the victim impact statements, on TV, you have 4 different families that have been affected by this, and all 4 families took a different approach to confronting Brian Koberger. I mean, the Chapin family decided that they're not even going to go to and sit in court with this person, that they wanted no part of it. Their approach was, you know what? Yes, he killed our child, but we are moving on, and we are not going to give this man any more attention than he deserves. And they didn't even show up for the victim impact statements. And then you have Kaylee's family, Casey Gonzalez. Kaylee Goncalves, his family. I mean, you saw. I'm sure all of you probably saw, the sister get up there and give it to him, and even Kaylee's father, turned around and turned the podium to face Brian Koberger when he gave the victim impact statement. And then you had the other families, like one family prayed for Brian, like they got religious. So they're all coming at it from different aspects, which I found very interesting, but
And
they're all united, to fight for
Yeah.
justice.
And they're all from different walks of life too.
Yeah. So, but
So
unfortunately, it looks like it's going to go back to trial, which I know I'm in the minority when I say this, but I do hope that he does go back to trial, Koberger, because my feeling is if it goes back to trial, this is it. There's not going to be any other, trials. This is going to be it. And my feeling is they're going to find him guilty, but now the death penalty's back on the table. So if he hates prison, let's see how he feels in front of a firing squad when they, shoot his ass and kill him.
but now
Because
some people think other people are involved. Like, do you think
Yeah.
Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, we love that TikTok shop.
sorry.
So, yeah. But anyway, listen, I'd love to continue talking with you guys, but unfortunately, I have somewhere I have to be. So, but
Good
Lynnie,
luck.
thank you for bringing me on.
I'm glad you came up because I
I
want
am
you
too.
to I think you do really good with this. So
Oh, well, thank you.
she's
I
such a
appreciate
wealth
that.
of information.
Well,
Yeah.
I know. It's
And you speak better
crying on
than
my
I
brain
do.
24/7. Sometimes I
Yeah.
need a break.
Okay, I love you and I'll see you soon when
Oh,
you
yes,
calm
I'll see you
down.
soon. Very nice meeting all of you. Enjoy. Take care.
Okay, bye
Nice talking with
now.
you. Good luck.
Nice meeting you too.
She's on YouTube or she's on Facebook. She's Christina Dana and she's my true crime obsession. So if you guys want to
She's so
follow her.
sweet.
I
She
followed
has
her on here
she's
trying to
like
bring her up.
she's very good with like details and speaking more than I am. Like I trip over my words. But she even started a little true crime a true crime club at her school.
I think you're gonna have to drop her, boo. She's still up here. Oh, there she goes. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. She got it.
Yeah, she's a true. She even started a true crime club at her school where she taught, and she had like big like she didn't have Nancy Grace, but she had like Cheryl McCollum present. She had Joe Giacomi. I forget what his last Jock I don't know, but like people that are important in true crime. So it got her students like really interested.
That's
So,
really cool.
yeah, but she is like she will tell you everything. If you're into Manson, she's the one because like she even went for like the 50th birthday. She owns a piece of what's her name's dress. Yeah, but she's like really she can recite it inside, outside, backwards, upside down.
Does she do YT or is it just Facebook?
She's on Facebook, but she does have a YouTube channel. But it's just mostly like her little podcast, and
I think she would do amazing over on YT.
Oh yeah, well she does have
Right.
she has a podcast, but she not rented, but like she like wherever she plays poker, they have a studio and she just rented she rents studio time, but I'm trying to tell her like it's kind of easy to do and if she just gets in with the right people that she can probably just do it at home. But I'm telling her to get her name out there, just come on TikTok and do lives every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she could go pretty far. She's very calm and collected and has a lot of information. And she's somebody I can sit there and listen to.
Yeah, because you know what? She is a teacher, unlike me who just babbles. But I go along with her, like, and I'm like, okay, we need to go here. And then, like, I do the research. I'm like, okay, here's the address. We need to go here. Like, if you're into the Gilgo Beach, the Long Island serial unaliver. She has a lot of like lives where she's like was in front of the house. She actually went to a lot of um the different court case, like the court sentencing, I think. Her and we actually walked through where it happened, where, oh my God, what is her name? The one who, oh, see, this is my problem. I have to have the names in front of me because I forget. But, oh, Shannon, when Shannon was, she ran and like that started everything of finding the serial unaliver. Shannon, oh my gosh. Anyway, like all that stuff. So, or like we'll go on little road trips and I'll say, "Hey, I'm going to take you where the campsite where Aunt, what was her name? See, I can't think. I didn't take my medicine today. But anyway, she explains it much better than I do. But I learned a lot from her. So, especially about the what is it? Like Manson's and the Long Island serial unaliver. So, but what? There's another case. Oh, her dad was a police officer, so he was there with not the son of the Zodiac. I think that's the one. So like she was around for that. So she has such a wealth of information. And if you have any questions about math for your kids, she would be the one to ask.
That's hella cool. I really like that.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then.
Yeah, because my son has a lot of math to do, and I suck at math, so yeah, she'll
Yeah.
come.
I told her she should do, because she's like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do in the summers. I'm
You
like,
gotta go 10 miles
oh,
around the world to get back to the answer.
yeah. But she's like one of my most favorite people. I actually didn't meet her at CrimeCon. I knew who she was at CrimeCon because she had her picture taken with the Dateline guy. Or somebody with Dateline, and it was like on a front page somewhere. So I knew I knew her from that. And then I think we sat by each other. But then when I went to IDCon in New York, she was sitting a couple seats down from me and I was talking to people and then they introduced us. So then from there, we all ended up in this like little group at CrimeCon, and then I needed a roommate, so I ended up staying with her. Like we ended up, like that's how she's my roommate all the time. So, and since she lives in New York, like, oh, when, what is her name? I went to her memorial, Gabby Petito. When she went missing,
Dang, I haven't heard that name in forever.
yeah, Christine lived a couple towns over from her, and like when she was missing, not when like they didn't know where she was, Christine went and got gift cards for like, you know, local restaurants in their area out of the goodness of her heart and went and dropped them off to the family. Because that's how Christine is. Like Christine, you could tell just by talking to her, like she really cares about the victims. Like victims are everything to her. And she is, oh my God, I love her. Like she just has such a good heart. So she did that. And then when they found her, like Christine was so upset because she was sharing it on her Facebook, and that's how I first heard about her. And then they had a memorial, like they had the memorial for the, you know, like for the towns, for like the public. And I knew Christine wanted to go, but nobody would go with her. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Like you don't, unless you're into true crime, you don't really ask somebody to go somewhere with you. You wouldn't be like, oh, well, do you want to go to Gabby Petito's memorial? Well, you know what I mean? Like, so I drove. She lives like 4.5 hours from me. I drove up and met her so she could go to that, because she didn't have anybody to go with, just so she wasn't alone. And let me tell you, that was they were so amazing. Like, they had it when you went, they had a place set up, like, under, in case like you couldn't stand or whatever and you just wanted to pay respects. They had a tent set up outside with tables and a cross and everything, or with chairs. And then they had, like, they would take like maybe 10 or 15 people, maybe 20, depending on how many people were there, in groups. Like, they would split them up in groups, and either Gabby's father or Gabby's stepfather would come out to each group separately and thank them for coming. And then when you went into, like, then I guess, like, you went in, I forget where it was. I don't know. Was it I don't remember if it was at a funeral home, but the way that they had it marked off, it was like you were marked, the family was behind, so you couldn't get to the family, but they were sitting there. And you first walk in, and it's all these, like, flowers from, like, their family. And then around her, where her ashes were, there were, like, things, like, poems and just things that the public sent to the family. And then you walked over more, and it was like all the police and the fire departments and everything that just donated flowers. I mean, it was so beautiful. It was set up so nice. And, like, it was just the most beautiful tribute to her. And I am so glad that I went. Like, it was truly, it was amazing. Like, oh my gosh. So then anyway, she had to go to her pool thing, and I was going to meet my friend for dinner. Or no, but then we went out to eat, and then I was going to go meet my friend, but he couldn't. I don't know, he had practice or something. I don't remember. So I just went and I sat on the beach, and her favorite color was blue, and the sky was just these gorgeous colors of blue. And then the other side of the sky was just all pink, and it was like so quiet and so beautiful. It was really nice. So
That sounds beautiful.
it was. And, like, Christine, like, and I would have never have went, but I went to, not only to support Gabby's family, but I mean, I went because my friend, I knew how important it was for Christine to go, because that was, like, I think it was like the next town or the next town over. And, like, she's a teacher, and, like, it was just amazing. Do I think he's alive? No, he's dead, or he's unalived. Yeah. So it was really sad. But anyway, yeah, so, like, that's how Christine is. Christine is, like, totally, like, victims. Like, if you have someone that is a victim, or you want a story, like, and you want, have her look into it seriously. She is truly, like, she gets me crying. But she's actually going to Hershey Park in a couple of weeks, so I get to see her. So, oh, that, do you remember that other, it's it was a car crash? Whatever happened to Aunt Diane? Did you guys ever hear about that one? About
I've
No, I
heard of
didn't.
it.
Well, we actually went up to the campsite. Like, I'm like, oh, let's go. Oh, we went to, like, I'm always up in the Catskills. I love the Catskills. And I'm like, oh, let's go to this cider festival. So we stayed overnight, and I'm like, hey, I want to just show you some different places. And I'm like, remember Aunt Diane? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'll take you up to where they camped. And we went up there. And then we went to, like, the McDonald's and stuff. Oh, hold on one moment. You guys talk. Hold on. I'm back. Sorry about that.
No one talk at once.
No, my grandson was leaving, so hey, Fancy. So, who else? I don't know. They're just like weird cases that I'm into.
I've never been to CrimeCon. So is it just like a whole bunch of like crime cases and they have like the evidence and they go over it and then they have like
It's
a
all
memorial
different things.
thing, or what would I
No, it's
expect if
all.
I were to go to one?
If you were going to go to CrimeCon, first of all, there are there's all different things. They have, wait, let me get my CrimeCon book so I can use the words properly because I'm a mess. Christine used to record from CrimeCon, but then she got in trouble, so she doesn't anymore. But there is okay, first of all, when you go to CrimeCon, oh, this is my Nashville one. All right. There's different areas. Like, wait a minute, let me find the map. Hold on. Oh, wait, this is the one I was supposed to give to Tiffany. Okay, a different, not the Tiffany you guys know. This is a different, any Tiffany that's on. This is a different girl. All right, let me find the map. Then there's different. Oh wait, this isn't a good one. Hold on. Let me get the one from this year. Okay.
Stevie, I messaged you.
Okay. All right. In CrimeCon Denver, the way that they set it up, they have 1, 2, 3. Okay. They have the main ballroom. And so they have sessions there. Like usually in the main ballroom is like where the bigger stories are, like Chris Hansen. They had Alan Greenberg with Nancy Grace. Things about like John Bonet. Oh wait, this is Denver. Okay. Yeah, this is Denver. Okay. The Delphi case, things like that. Then they have.
So are they there so you can meet them? Is that what
Oh
that
yeah,
is?
you could do that. Like these are just
Like how like voice
these are,
actors and actors like set up a booth and you can go meet them and talk to them and get
no,
autographs and
it's
stuff like
not
that?
like well, they have certain times that you can go get your book signed. Like if you want a book, they do have book signings. There are meet and greets depending on what level you get. You run around. Sometimes you see them in the hallway. The only thing that they ask is that you be very respectful. So like there's different presentations. And then like the breakout room, there's smaller ones. But then like that one they did like Luigi Mangione, like they had something about him. Um they teach you like there's about victims, like how not to be a victim. They had actual defense classes you can take. Like it's a mixture of everything. It's like you can Ortham. They find they're responsible for identifying a lot of the long term, like the really aged missing people's cases, like from 40 years ago. They have presentations. There's meet and greets. Then there is see, I'm trying to find the map because if I find the map, it kind of breaks it down to what it is. Oh, here it is. So then there's an expo hall and creators row, and that's where all the podcasters are. Certain people like missing persons cases, like the families might be there asking for help. Big podcasters are there. Smaller ones like Into the Weeds was there one year. I think Fancy was there. Or no, Fancy did is she in here? She did the stay-at-home one. It was CrimeCon House Arrest. But then this year they actually had all these dogs, and you can meet them, and they're there to help victims when they have to go on to and on to like say they have to testify, that they'll be with them for if they have to go up on if they, like if they have to go up on the stand, that they have dogs to go with them. It was, oh my God, it was so adorable. Like it's all different things. Like, you can meet Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace is always running around. It's all different things. Like you can go from, not that they make light of it, but they'll say like about victims, about what comes after like your case being on TV, how the media takes advantage of you, how they're trying to change it, how victims' rights, it's all different kinds of things. They have actually, Stevie, be nice. Nobody argues in here, please. And as much as everyone doesn't like Fancy did come out with the medical records, but please don't fight. There is a app, and it is called, oh my God, wait a minute, let me find it. It's called wait a minute. This is what happens when you have ADHD and you don't take your medicine. That's not it. It is called, wait, I'm trying to find it. I belong to it. It's like, I don't know, it's like $5.99 a month, or you can pay for a year, and you can watch all the presentations that happened at CrimeCon. Like every single one. Stevie. Wait, let me find out what it's called. Because I know it's on the... Oh, it's called Crime HQ. And you can watch all the sessions that happen every year from the first CrimeCon on. So you can listen to John Ramsey speak. You can listen to the parents of the Idaho 4. They're about their kids. You can listen to who else? Like any case that has happened, like, or that they spoke on. You can, anything that was ever live, you can watch on Crime HQ. And it's all the live sessions. There's like I think there's over 500 hours that you can watch. And then they have like special sessions like once a month or every other month of like new books that are out with victims, about different cases, people's like different objectives. It's really important. It's really, really interesting. Yes, please, Stevie.
It sounds hella interesting. I want to go so bad.
It is. And you know what though? There is I am going to tell you guys, if you're on Facebook, there's a group, and it's called CrimeCon Tickets. Like if you just join, there is a CrimeCon group. Just type in CrimeCon 2027. There is a group you can join. And then there are other groups that split off. Like there's a group where people are selling their tickets. So say they buy their ticket at CrimeCon, it's at a way lower discounted price. That's how I'm able to go platinum all the time, because I buy it there. And then so people will either sell their tickets at cost, or if they really need to get rid of it, they'll sell it lower than what it is. Then there's also another one. What's the other? Oh, and then there's other ones, like if you're looking for people to bunk with, or like you just want to meet up, like you're going by yourself and you're single, and like just different groups of people. So I went to CrimeCon by myself, and I ended up staying with two girls that I never knew before, and I had like the best time, and it saved on so much money. Oh, it's okay, Allison. Next time we're just talking about true crime, nothing crazy. Oh yeah, have fun at your concert. So, like, there's ways that you can actually save money, and you don't have to stay at the same hotel as CrimeCon. Like, there is an off-site hotel that you get a discount on, and you can rent Airbnbs and stuff like that. And I know this year, if you're going to CrimeCon, the parking is a lot cheaper than other locations. So, but yeah, like the one year I got a platinum. The one year I bought a gold because I'm like, I'm just going back to gold status. And then somebody was selling their platinum, which was I think 14 at the time. I got it for $7.99. So I ended up getting my platinum, changing my gold over to the following year. So then this way, when I bought platinum for the next year, I already had money on it. So it's really interesting though. And you meet a lot of good people. And like when you meet Nancy Grace, you'll see why so many people love her. And there's actual podcasters and let me see. No, you don't have to leave. I'm trying to think of the podcast. My husband thought I was kicking him out. Prime Weekly's there, so you always they're there every year. Body Bags with Joseph Scott Morgan, Crawl Space. They do a lot of the Mara Murray, if you're familiar with that case. Moms and Mysteries. There's a lot of different podcasters. And then there's new ones. So, like, there's always, I walk around and I just get like, oh, they give away so much free merch. It's amazing. Like, I have tons of free merch.
It's cool.
And I'm trying to think. Who, and a lot of people are at the bar, like Paul Holes. If you followed that case with the Golden State Killer, he's always there. My husband calls them potholes because every year I have to post my picture with them. I'm trying to think. Oh, these are my Nashville ones. This is why? Wait, this is Nashville. Which one's this? This is Denver. Where's my one from Vegas? Let me find I don't think I got many Vegas books. I always get extra. Oh, here. Found my Vegas. I'm going to see what the big subjects were this year. Oh, and then if anybody didn't know, I got to sit with the survivors from Epstein. They were my meet and greet, because with Platinum you get to make a list of who you want to meet, and I only put the Epstein survivors, so I got to meet them. And then they have a raffle, and it was $25 for 5 tickets, and I think I bought 5 tickets, and I put them all in to sit with them at their table at the awards dinner, and I won. So not only did I get to sit with them,
Wow.
I got to sit with the family that won before, and that was the Delphi case. So I got to sit with both of them, and it was. I had a really bad trip. Like, I had a horrible Vegas trip because they lost my luggage, but that made up for it. Oh yeah, they had the Nevada SPCA puppy park. So they even had like puppies that you could adopt. They have a merch store. Their sponsors this year were ID Channel, A&E, Crime Central, Fox Nation, Radical Equipment, the National Center for Victims of Crime, Crime Online, Newspapers by Ancestry, Ortham, Tenderfoot True Crime, and like they're the sponsors. Then you can sign up for CrimeCon or for the Crime HQ like for that weekend, and then they have like special events that you can go to just for belonging to Crime HQ. Like this year was Matt Murphy, the case against Joshua Blount. And that was a Casa Mesa drive-by. 1 man killed, 4 wounded. No podcast, no documentary. Just a case Matthew Murphy prosecuted and will never forget. And then they give you case files that you should know because they're going to have different different sessions, like the Brittany Wallace story, what happened on Camp Swamp Road, Long Island serial killer inside the Rex Humerman case, inside the search for the 2 missing cosmic toddlers. Where did that take care of? I don't know. That one I'm not familiar with. And then it says there's no victimless true crime. So that was for the National Centers of Victims Crimes. Then you can get like they give you like discounts for different streaming services for after you leave CrimeCon, different places. Nancy, oh, that's right. Nancy Grace did a thing on Nancy Guthrie. Then John Douglas was there with Jesse Weber, and they did Profiling the Profiler. Oh, and then they had Reclaiming the Narrative. This one was interesting. This was about victims that were stalked. So Eva LaRue was there, Eva Pilgrim, Susan Zerninski, I don't know who that is. And then Don't Date Brandon. I think he was the one that was like one of the dating apps. Then they had Escape from Alcatraz. Oh, and then this is really good. Chris Hansen always does really good things with the investigation into roadblocks, and he's really good with that. Like he always has amazing sessions. Then they had the rape kit crisis where the kits weren't being done enough, and they still aren't, and how you can help get them done. Oh, and then they had the Ohio dentist double homicide. Oh, Blanca Simpson, I saw her speak, but it wasn't that interesting. The Housekeeper Knows All. That's from the Murdochs. No Body, No Crime. Oh, and then they had Payne Lindsay, Callan Walsh for 10 years of Up and Vanished. The Cocaine Quarterback, but then he couldn't speak because I guess he's a felon, so he wasn't allowed into the casino. And then John Quintonis was there. I met him the year before. Then they do live tapings of the podcasts, like Crime Weekly, Body Bags with Joseph Scott Morgan. Then they had a self-defense course. Joe Kenda was there this year. He had a meet and greet. I'm not impressed with him. I saw him before. Cheryl McCollum, Rob Dorfman. Then there's Ortham always does presentations, and then they have like amazing presentations set up too. They did the yogurt shop murders this year, and then they had they had the investigation playbook. That was with Joe Kenda. And then they had Holly Madison there. Ugh. I didn't care about that one. The Epstein Survivors, I went to that. And then they did like Inside the Mind of a Psychopath. What else? Then they had Coffee House Crime. And then like you can do the meet and greets. And then they have a dinner. And at this dinner. It's on Saturday night. I tell everybody to get, if you're going to go, to get the gold ticket, because with that one you get a little bit more, but then they also feed you and you get free drinks. So instead of having to run around and look for food, and then like they also have a lounge where you can get like sodas and coffee and water and stuff and juice. So without having to like run around, and I think you get better seating. Oh yeah, you do get better seating. So
That sounds like fun.
yeah, like the behavioral panel was there, and then they have a meet and greet, like where you can get your pictures taken with them, so you can ask them any questions you want. Um, yeah, like it's really interesting, and I forget how they break it up. Wait, was it in this one?
And the next one's in Denver.
No, the next one is in Orlando, and it's in September next year.
Okay.
And so if you live in Florida and you live around there, it's really easy to kind of get to. No, they have it broken down. I saw it before. I can't find it. So like, I mean, if you're just interested in like smaller cases, you can go listen to smaller cases. If you want the national cases, you can listen to them. If you're more into like the science behind true crime, things like that, they have that. Like I've sat in one where with blood, how they measure blood splatter. That one was really interesting. How they take evidence. They had one year with like bugs. That was cool. And I accidentally sat in one that I thought I was going to a different one, but I got lost. And it was about Israel Keys and about how they took the crime scene that was underwater and how they recreated it on land. That was really, really cool. So it's all different kinds of things. I think they have them broken up like podcasters. Oh, here it is. Oh no, this is going on in Boston, October 9th to the 11th. I want to go to this. It's called Crime Cherry Fest or something. It's like a true crime festival. It's podcasters, educational panels and discussions, vendors, authors, demonstrations, food trucks, and then there's bands. So I don't really know much about that one, but I know that they do focus on the victims. So yeah, that's what it is. It is really interesting, but if you don't know if that's what you want to, if you really want to go to it or not, I would just try that app. Like you can try the app for 3 days. And the Crime HQ, and it tells you a lot of different things. So, but I will tell you, it's very crowded, and there are a lot of people. But it's really fun to like be with so many people that have the same interests. So I like that. And last year, the special guest was, then they have this thing usually on Friday or Saturday nights. Like they have Friday night. What was it this year? I didn't go to it because I already met him. You can meet John Douglas. And it was like, there's different levels of tickets you can buy. But I saw him the year before. Joe Kenda was there, so you could see him on Saturday, I think, if you wanted to. But instead, I did the dinner. But the dinner is really interesting because no matter what table you sit at, there's usually somebody from the true crime, like someone there that presented that will be sitting at your table. Or like I've sat with, who did I sit with? I don't know. We end up sitting with different people all the time. But my most favorite was that I got to actually bid and sit with the Epstein survivors. Like that was, I was crying, they were crying, we were all crying. So, and I know that next year that they're going to have a stand. So that's fun too. But if anybody wants to talk, I know I'm just talking. I'm sorry. So if anybody wants to say anything or talk about anything, you're welcome to. I just wanted to tell you.
Information.
Well, you don't give them a word.
My husband goes, I don't give you guys a word. And yeah. And it's really, I mean, it's really interesting. And like, it, I know you're kidding. So, and there's like different people there, like all different sorts of podcasters too. And I mean, every year, like there's podcasters that I just listen, like I've never heard of, but then like I talk to them, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's interesting. And then
That was interesting to learn the new ones that you hadn't heard of.
yeah, yeah, like Christine knows somebody that has, I meant to ask her about it, but she had to go. She meets like, I don't know, she'll just like go and like reach out to people and start talking to them. Like I can't do that. Like Diane Lake. She actually reached out to Diane Lake's publisher or co-writer. Um she was the youngest of the Manson tribe of the cult. And like yeah. So she actually got Diane's I guess it was the second year of Crime Con. So like they were telling her about Crime Con. Oh, and then there's another event that we go to, and it's in the Hamptons. And that one's cheaper. I was supposed to go this year, but I just didn't feel good. Because it's like off season, so it's a lot of fun. And there's some really good, interesting people that go to that too, like big names. But then it's also fiction books. So
That's
there's
interesting.
fiction writers, and I don't know if you know who Barbara Butcher is, but I think she has a show on the ID channel or A&E about her time as being a detective in New York City. So she has a show, but she wrote a book. Her book's really good. And she was there. I don't know. I'm just going to have to hold on a minute. I'm going to go over to my books. There's this one. Wait. Might not be here. I might have it at work. American Autopsy. Oh, what is his name? Hold on. Oh, A Light in the Dark. That's my favorite book. That is by Kathy Kleiner Rubin. She was a surviving victim of Bundy. Very good book. But that's not the one I'm looking for. That's like... Damn. I have this one book that this guy... It was about being in a cult in New York City. And I've never even heard of the gentleman. And he was in the Hamptons and he did a presentation. And the book was really good. But I don't remember. I have too many books. Now I can't find it. Oh, Barbara Butcher wrote a book. And it's called What the Dead Know. And that's Barbara Butcher. And it's, once you know the smell of death, you can pick it out in a flower shop. It's a really good book. It's like her life and how she suffered with the alcohol addiction and she overcame it. And she was she landed a job in the medical examiner's office in New York City. She's amazing. Who else? Casey Sherman. He writes really good books. He's at CrimeCon and he's at the the Hamptons true crime who did it. I can't remember. I don't remember the name of the book. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to just do like little things about my books.
Snoring, Lynn.
Billy, sorry, my husband said that he heard you guys snoring because I'm boring.
I'm not. I'm not snoring. I'm listening and taking notes.
I know. Oh, is that the book that got wet? No.
And I'm listening and getting ready for my birthday party. So,
Happy
you know,
birthday!
thanks. It's actually tomorrow, but we
Aww.
get together for my birthday over the weekend before my birthday if it's on a weekday.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, girly.
Yeah. John Douglas. Nope. No, I can't find this book. It was like one of my favorite ones, unless it's in a box somewhere, because I don't have all my books.
Yeah, I know my sister likes to go antiquing, so I'm hoping she got me more
She likes.
uranium glass.
Do you know what? I just saw there was an online auction for uranium glass, and it went super cheap because I think wherever it was, they had to pick it up.
Right.
I love antiquing.
Right. It's fun.
Yeah.
If it's like mainly cool stuff and all that.
Yeah, I don't know where that book is. Did I lend it to someone and they didn't give it back? I don't know. I don't, wait, what the dead know? I don't know where this book is. Oh no, I don't know where it is. Now I'm into the book all about the Catskills. The lobotomist. Oh, these are my ones about, old insane asylums. Where's that book? And then you know who was at CrimeCon the year before? This is kind of neat. Ice-T. I don't know why he spoke there, but I got those Funko Poppets.
Isn't he on a TV show that's about
Yeah,
cops or
yeah.
something?
And I had him sign I don't know, he was like, I don't know why he was there, but I had him sign a pop, like those Funko Poppets or whatever, those Funko
Yeah, those
Pops.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, I had him do his Finn character. I am gonna meet, I gotta meet Mariska. That's like my next person I really want to meet. It was called something in New York. Where is this? Billy, are you throwing out my books that I don't know about? Just asking. I could see him doing that, getting rid of stuff. Because I have too much.
And then you're like, what? Do you want me to be in a next true crime thing?
Yeah, he thinks I'm planning. He really does.
Sometimes I let my husband believe that if I'm mad at him, like I'll
Oh,
turn
yeah.
it on to Deadly Women
Yeah. I know. Billy's like,
and watch it.
I'm going to have to start making my true crime pens again. Let me see. Through the Shadows. No, they're my... Is it here? Oh, no, I didn't like that book. Matt Name. I'm supposed to be organizing. And I start and then I don't finish. I don't know. It's this really good book. It's about this guy and he was a lawyer and he got pulled into this cult and he paid money and like they would talk philosophy and the guy was brainwashing him. Or this woman was brainwashing him and the husband, and they owned all these properties and these people would just have to work for them. It was insane. I mean, they didn't unalive anyone, but it was still pretty interesting. but I don't know where it is. Madness Under Love and the Royal Palms. And I love reading books about like the Gilded Age, like all the trickery that went on back then. The Killer Across. Oh, I don't know. It was a book. It might be at work because it's not here. Oh, The Serial Killer's Daughter. That was a good book with Carrie Rawson. I feel bad for her. I don't know. Divorced from, oh no, that was somebody, I don't know. But anyway, but it's kind of neat because you get to talk to true crime people there.
Over there, I'll get 'em.
All right. So does anybody want to talk about anything? I'm sorry I'm boring.
You're not boring.
Yeah. Stop it. My husband's making snoring sounds. Oh, and then the other thing you can do is if you go to CrimeCon and you have a case that you want looked at, you can actually give them to podcasters or talk to podcasters, and like they'll like set up times with you. I really like the If You Tell book. Which one's that, Fancy? Oh, I do that too. If anybody lives near Baltimore, there's a place. It's called the Book Thing, and it is a whole entire like factory that you can get free books. But they used to be opened on the weekends and holidays, but they had a fire, so I don't know when they're open as much. But I would go and spend all day there just getting books, and I'd get like some really good true crime books there too. Stop it. Can you give me 2 of them, please? 2 glasses. Thank you. I don't know. So, do you guys have any cool cases near you that doesn't get a lot of attention?
Only case that we had but it got a lot of attention was the like Delphi case.
Yeah.
But there was this thing I thought should have been like more public, but it wasn't for some weird reason. I even like sent it to like Nancy Grace on like TikTok, or not TikTok. What is that called? X or whatever it's called now. And it was about this little kid. He was 3 years old, and his mom and her boyfriend and his mom's boyfriend's friend had something to do with him being unalived. And at first they were telling how, well, the boyfriend admitted that, they would put rugs into the baby's bottle. He was like 3 but autistic or whatever. And that's how they claim that they thought the little coming out, that there was no rugs in his system, but he had a blunt force trauma to the head.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and when they contacted the police to report the baby missing, even though technically he was a toddler, but still a baby to me, but they hid his body in one of the dresser drawers.
Oh my God.
Claimed he went missing. And then after the cops and stuff came to check it out, after wrapping him up in saran wrap, they waited until they were all gone, and I think waited a day or something, and then ended up cutting him up and um, taking him to the woods, like in another town, and trying to, set a fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I thought that case should have gotten more attention because it was a horrific case.
Yeah.
And it was a town over from me. And my son happened to be around the same age as this little boy at the time. And with my son being on the spectrum too, it really like hit you in the feels or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just surprising not more was done about that. And the mother tried to get the insanity plea or whatever, and the boyfriend's doing time, but I don't know about the other guy.
Yeah. Sometimes I think it's easier, like if you want to get a story out, find the smaller podcasters, like
Yeah,
in your area, because I think that sometimes the bigger ones, they want more national attention, where the smaller ones get more word out.
right.
So I do think that. Like we have a case by us, and it's kind of weird. Her name is Courtney
So,
Stauffer, and I keep telling the sister to contact Cheryl McCollum because Cheryl has a nonprofit,
Yeah,
and she won't. But then, like, they have a GoFundMe, but if they go through Cheryl or anyone like that that has the free, that has the non-fund, like, but the thing with that is they have to approach the nonprofits. The nonprofits can't approach them.
right.
So I keep telling the sister, and I sent it to the mother. I'm like, please reach out to Cheryl. I'm like, she does wine, like wine and crimes, and she does special events at Lake Tobias, like about not even 45 minutes from us, like in the summer. Even if you just talk to her, and like if you talk to her and you just see if like you guys jive. If you don't jive, she will at least give you information of people to contact that would be able to help her, whether it be like in Pennsylvania.
Right.
And I haven't seen her do that, and like all she has to do is contact her, and I keep tagging her and she doesn't. But then she made this post, the sister made a post the other day asking for Trump to look into it. Like it was really
Like
weird.
Trump's going to look into it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I don't know what, I said, like, here's Cheryl McCollum, blah, blah, blah. She can, yes, she is in Atlanta, but she has a nonprofit. And she also belongs to this other thing in Philly where they look into unsolved cases. And, like, they pick a different case every year that they look into, and they could look into that. I mean, I'm
Right.
sure so I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I do know that like a lot of people are aware of this case because of a lot of the smaller podcasters. So, like, that's one thing to always do. Like, especially if they're like ones that are like for victims. So I always tell people that, like small podcasters.
Right. And at the time when this,
Mhm.
happened, it was like, I think 2015,
Yeah.
maybe 2014,
Yeah.
2015, somewhere around there. And, I wasn't really, well, I was kind of into true crime stuff, but, I didn't really get into it online as much until after COVID,
Yeah.
or during COVID. So, yeah, I tried to get it more attention or whatever because I thought there should have been something more done about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely, even if so, has it ever been solved?
Well, they only have the mother and the boyfriend and the boyfriend's friend in prison now. I don't know about the mother exactly. I
Yeah.
know there's things online saying that she's still doing time, but
Yeah.
my dad actually went to work with her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if she got the insanity plea, she could have gotten away with it.
Or she could have turned evidence too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I know there was a lot of hate for her after that, which was obviously deserved.
Yeah.
And it was just a horrible case because the kid being the same age as my son at the time.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst. Like, since like Bradley, like my grandson, like I can't watch anything with like little kids.
Right.
So, I
Yeah,
can't.
and what sucks is knowing that, my son's 14 now, and
Hmm.
that kid didn't even get to grow up and be 14 or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sad. That's, because you want kids to have like live their best life.
Right.
But and it's what, it's so weird that like a lot of this is still happening with different things because of like there's so much social media now, and I think people, I don't know, like I just think that people are more aware that this stuff
Yeah.
can happen and they should be keeping an eye out. But
But the thing is, though, is what sucked about that whole thing with the little boy was the fact that CPS was called on the mother a lot because she was making math in her house.
ooh,
Yeah. And they still let her keep her kids until that happened,
that
which
is
was messed up.
insane.
Yeah. And then after that situation, that's when CPS around the area ended up actually trying to do more, which was, kind of good, but in some ways kind of bad for, if it wasn't anybody doing anything wrong, But
Yeah.
it was like, okay, now since you guys messed up, you're going to do something after a little kid passed away and because of their negligence.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah.
They sometimes I don't understand like how CPS works.
Yeah, I know the one around here and stuff, because it was in the newspaper, ended up having to resign from her job because she was faking a lot of cases.
See, that happened in Wilkes-Barre too. Like I just read something because that's where I'm originally like from, that area. So
Right.
I read that like there was some problems with like lying and how they, I don't know, I guess now there's something where they put families, like they move the children to other like I don't know, other counties or where the family can't see them and they're getting kickbacks.
Right.
I don't I don't really, I used to work for child support, but like not in child support. Like I first I started on, I used to do customer service, and then I used to take like all the trouble calls, like the trouble tickets when
Yeah.
the SMEs and it was really interesting. Like the crazy stuff that goes on. Like there was this one woman that would go, she was in Philadelphia, and she would go down once a month and ask for her support check for her baby, but her baby was like a doll.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's, yeah. And then I don't know. Like
I
and
could
then I
see
moved,
somebody else doing something like that, though,
yeah, but it was
if
really,
the kid's a doll.
yeah. And then like you read the messages and people don't realize like when they're like going off on their like their whatever, like I don't know if it's their caseworker or whoever they have, like they jot a lot of that stuff down, and it
Right.
makes it's interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, I
But
know because I had to call CPS on my oldest dad because he was locking them in a dog cage and putting them in the closet and stuff and like just doing mean things to them. And, they're in therapy and stuff now and all that, but, CPS didn't really do much to him
mm-hmm,
because one of the workers he used to go to school with and was his friend. And I was like, what? That's fucked up.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was a bad situation there.
Well, that's like in Luzerne County, they had this case, and it was called Kids for Cash. And when the
Yeah.
kids would get in trouble, well, here what happened was they had a private uh, de- a detention center for kids, and whenever they would go in front of the judge, and for like stupid things, like like maybe like their first time shoplifting, or they got in a fight in school, or like just really really stupid things, like maybe they got caught stealing like a $5 item at a store,
Right.
and they would go in front of the judge, and the judge would put them automatically into this detention center for like 3 months, 6 months, however long, and they were all getting kickbacks.
Wow.
And yeah, and then it would get worse, and I guess somebody finally, like, people were complaining. I think there were 3 judges involved, and the one person if you read the book or you know anything about the story, their last name's Kenzakowski, and the dad, he was like getting in trouble for stuff, like not little stuff, but the dad tried to scare him and called a
Yeah.
cop friend to, like, kind of scare him, and then
Kind of
the
like Scared Straight or something like that.
yeah, and I know the father very well, and he was just trying to scare the kid, and the kid his son ended up going in the detention center, and he was never right after it, and then he ended up unaliving himself, and the mother like freaked out, and like the mother was a big spokesperson for it, and the kid wasn't really getting in any trouble. The dad was just trying to set an example, like, or scare him straight.
Right.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Yeah.
And then I think that, I don't know if it was, I don't think it was Trump. I think it was Biden, maybe Biden. I don't know. But anyway, like they're supposed to pay the money back, and I don't know if they did, but there's like a lot of children that like never spoke up, and it was really, and then the parents, the kids would be the kids would have to pay back for I don't know, like the fines or whatever. The parents would have to pay for their time that they spent in this private facility. It was
Yeah.
crazy. But
I hate to cut it short.
yeah,
I gotta get I have 2 hours before my party starts, so
yeah, well, happy birthday. And I'm gonna drop too
thank
because I guess, I don't know.
Thank
People
you.
are sick of me.
No.
Have fun. Don't get too hot. It is hot out there.
Is it? I
We're
haven't.
gonna stay in cool,
It's
air
like
and all that.
my
Yeah.
phone says
Hey,
it's
Rose.
96 outside, but I think it's hotter than that. I went and fed my dogs and watered them, and
Hey, New Orleans lady. It's like, it's raining here, which
oh, I
we
wish
need.
it'd rain here. It's so hot out there.
Yeah,
They
no,
were
Willard Town's flooding.
they were laid up in their kennels.
Aw,
It's hot out there. Hey,
I
New
know.
Orleans. Well, y'all have a good day, and I will see
Too.
y'all on the Tiki Talk streets.
You too.
Y'all
How
have a good
hot
day
is it,
too.
New
Thanks for letting me
Orleans?
in, Queenie, and thank y'all for the
Oh,
gifts,
you're
lady.
welcome.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thanks for
coming
the
up.
gift too.
No problem. Y'all have a good day. Happy birthday, Ash.
Yeah,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
Thanks.
Hi, Nanny. So, if anybody wants to come up, but I think I just needed a break from all the other crazy stuff going on. All those crazy calls. It gets overwhelming and it pulls you in a bad area. But New Orleans lady, I bet you she's happy with it because it's proving Gypsy's nuts. They're all nuts. They're all crazy. But I'm going to cut this and go jump around to some other lives. Yes, that's what I say. All right. Well, you guys have a good night. I'm going to go spend good afternoon. I'm going to go spend some time with my husband and I'll be back later. I knew what you meant. Talk to you later. Bye. How do I get out of here?